Okay, let's take it from the top. Okay, you start. You may be quickly killing your dog and not even know it. Okay, not a bad start. The only critique I'll make here is that instead of using the word may, I'll use can. And it's just the idea of being, you want to be as definite as possible. There are certain circumstances in which it might be against the FDA rules or whatever to use, definite language. So you can say you'll have to kind of use virtually. But in copy, you want to be definite, specific, and you want to use as concrete language as possible. Okay, so am I or am I not? Okay, so I'll use can instead of may in that case. Okay, so could I not even know it? Okay, headline: Great new discovery saves your best friend from a premature and painful death. Okay, amazing. I'll use here. Amazing new discovery saves your best friend from a premature and painful death. Okay. Your best friend from a premature and fateful and painful death. Okay. New attention getting. Death emotionally packed. Okay, let's continue. Increases your dog lifespan by 134% and saves you thousands. Here you want to say actually give a less round number because it's more specific. Save you $995, over $995, or over $1,145. Okay, try to be as specific as possible. These round nice numbers are less believable. Okay, dear dog owner, what if I told you that the very thing that, what if I told you that the very thing you're feeding your dog is bringing them closer and closer to premature death? Okay, now you're talking about something here that's very serious. You want to get the reader's attention, and you want to really sink in. And in a case like that, you want to make your sentence as short as possible, and yet succinct. Okay. So what if I told you that is a word? If you can avoid it, do so. There are a lot of sentences. If you read them while editing out that, it doesn't make a difference in the sense and the meaning of the sentence. So there are some times when you can avoid this. Okay. Okay, what if I told you that the very thing you are feeding your dog is bringing them closer and closer to premature death? This sentence needs a little tightening. It needs a little tightening and need to be a little shorter for impact. So I would say something like, dear dog owner, you could be inadvertently killing your dog. Or, dear dog owner, you could be killing your dog even without knowing it. Okay? You see, the sentence is shorter and it has more impact. Okay? And because here, again, you are not trying to appeal to the dog, because the dog is not going to read this letter. You're trying to appeal to the owner of the dog. Okay? And so, especially for opening, you need that punch. You need that punch at the opening in order to pull that person into the rest of the copy. So I would shorten this. I'm say, plain and simple. Dear dog owner, you could be killing your dog. Okay, and I know the secret recipe to not only stop this. Okay, this is what I refer to as a double negative. To not stop. To not stop something is what? What could you replace that by? To not stop. Okay? I know the secret recipe to not only stop this horrific incident from happening, but also, okay, my mistake there. I misunderstood that. Okay, I thought it was not stop. Okay, to not only stop this horrific incident from happening, but I can also help your dog to live up to a thing longer as you save, okay, $1,000 per year. Okay, fair enough. You should know that the food that you are currently giving your pet is filled with poisonous chemicals. It's true, millions of dogs owners just like you are being scammed and will continue to be scammed until someone put a stop to it. For years, dog food companies made tons of money by putting and here again is the same idea of the mixed paragraph where you're introducing too many ideas at the same time. Okay, so right now your topic sentence is, you should know that the food that you're currently giving to your pet is filled with poisonous chemicals. Okay, millions of dog owners just like you are being scammed. Okay, this is like a new idea altogether, are being scammed out of it. For years, dog food companies have made, okay, these are like three different ideas at the same time. You should know that the food that you're currently giving your pet is filled with poisonous chemicals. The rest of the paragraph should be telling me, should be explaining this to me, should be explaining how the food is filled with chemicals. What kind of chemicals are they? How is it that I didn't know? Or how is it that I didn't know that they were filled with chemicals? Okay, this is the point that you should be developing at this time. Okay, at this time. Okay, the way dog food companies get away with putting poisonous chemicals in your pet dog food is by tricking you into buying their products, and by using pretty packaging, clever advertising, and fancy names. Do any of the slogans sound familiar? Here, there's a kind of a logical disconnect here, and there are many different angles you can take with this type of letter, and one of the most effective angles you can take is one that's used especially well by Kevin Trudeau. The idea of, here is something that this big authority don't want you to know, and so therefore there are these dog companies. They are the big guys making a lot of money, and they don't really care about the little guy. They just care about the corporate profits, and they are using these unsafe chemicals in your dog food, and you don't really know, and they hope that you don't find out. Okay, so that's a very effective angle that you can use with a product like this. Okay, so here you take the view that the food companies, they get away by putting poisonous chemicals into your dog food by tricking you into buying the products by using the pretty packaging, and they don't really trick you into buying these products. They are marketing their products, and everybody's trying to market the products the best way they know how. But the angle you want to take here, on my recommendation, is that there are things that they hope you don't know. There are things that they hope you don't find out. In other words, there are these little dirty little secrets that they hope that you the dog owner doesn't really discover. Okay. Anyhow, the reference to these slogans is a very good technique anyway, because it helps to identify your market right away. In other words, then whatever the dog food companies that are using these slogans, the owners of these products would recognize it right away, and they'll realize, okay, you're speaking to them. Okay, and so using these slogans kind of help to pull in your target market into the letter, because they say, okay, I know this, or every ingredient counts. Yeah, I need to read this letter because I buy a product that says that. I know the company that you're speaking about. Okay, these slogans are used by leading dog companies' food. Okay, I made reference to this as well too. Rather than concentrating on the slogans and the advertising, I will concentrate on the kind of a hidden agenda that these companies have, that they're hiding something from you. They're hiding this information from you that they hope you don't find out. Okay, but the lid has been blown off. Okay, you see right here? Okay, here you're using that same idea that, they don't want you to find out, but you're going to be the guy, or the gal in this case, who is going to reveal this important information to the reader. Okay, the information that has just surfaced about commercial dog food companies will likely scare the pants off of you. Will most likely scare the pants. Okay, here again, you want um, to show and not tell. In other words, then instead of telling them that the information is going to scare the pants off of them, you scare the pants off of them. Okay, so in other words, instead of telling them what you are doing, do it. And here you're trying to get the attention of the person and get the sympathy of the person at this time. You want to get them really angry enough in order to get your product. Okay, so instead of saying that this is what this would do, do it. Okay, so rather saying that's what you're going to do, that the information will scare the pants off of them. Instead of saying it, do it. Okay, that's a rule of thumb in any kind of a good writing, where they say show and not tell. Okay, when I first found out about what they were doing in the dog food country, I almost gagged. In the report, I spilled the beans I found through my research, but the little I will tell you might be more than a stomach to handle. Read on. I'll break up some paragraphs here. Only if you think you could take the horrific information about it. Okay, again, show and don't tell. Okay, don't tell them that the information is horrific. Give them the horrific information. It'll be clear that it is horrific. Commercial dog food companies get paid millions, even billions in profits each year. The way the money is made is by making food cheap as possible with no regard to your dog's health. Okay, good. And then you indicate, okay, all these animals. Okay, very good. That's your pouring in salt in the wound. Dead dogs. Okay, give them all the facts about all these things you want to. At this point, you want to get them saying yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, good. The big proteins come around commercial dog food companies. Okay, and they're fake. Okay, good. Does your friend deserve to be tortured and companies? Would you feel gets to each day? Okay, good. Any of these questions sadden you? Take okay. Remember the mass recall of dog food across the United States to over 60 million. Okay, good. And it'll be good maybe to get a newspaper clipping and actually to show here. You want to show as much proof as possible. That because sparked a lot of experts to begin the investigation. Okay, information and read for experts. And the experts came forward. Okay, very good. Leading dog authority. Okay. Credibility, proof. World famous vet and dog author says the Polynesian expert. Okay, good. You're trying to build credibility here. Okay. Author of Home Save My Pet's Claim Over 100 Nutrition. Okay, good. Why am I so determined to stop your dog from dying? Okay. I guess here you'd mean why am I so determined to stop your dog from dying before it's time? Because eventually all dogs die, including us. Because not too long ago, something terrible happened to my dog, Noble. Noble was one such a happy, energetic dog. I was okay. It was only a few short changes the first time, but then he didn't want to. Okay, tell a story. Very good. Each morning, okay, making it as emotional as possible that you were close to Noble. He immediately rushed to the door, leave thing. Okay, you're pulling in the reader, help them to identify with you. Very good. It happened so fast one morning, didn't wake up. Okay, and poor Noble died. Noble soon found it difficult to do anything more. He got tired, panting heavily to vet. Okay, very good. What the vet told me nearly knocked me to the floor. The vet said, no, kidneys are failing. Couldn't believe I was hearing. What he said next sent me in convulsion. Again, be careful again of saying and not of showing. Be careful to show and not tell. So instead of saying that what the vet said next sent me into convulsion. Picture what the convulsion in. What the thing said me. I was trembling. I was nervous. My palms were sweating. My heart was beating. Okay, so rather than say convulsion, let the person determine from the symptoms that you give them that this was convulsion. Okay, that's again showing and not telling. He said, Andrew, I'm sorry, but the reason. Okay, it is a guy. Okay, I'm sorry for the reason for the situation. The commercial dog food feeding him has destroyed. The situation is that the commercial dog food feeding has destroyed the kidneys. He will Then in a week, and unfortunately, there are no way to prevent it. 3 preservatives found in dog companies have been using preservatives. Okay, currently they're not stopping them. I was outraged. I drove. I was outraged. Okay, again here. Okay, show again. I mean, you can say you're outraged, you know, but show how you were outraged. Okay, picture it. I drove straight home with my dog in my lap. Okay, when I got home, I rushed to the computer and ordered a book, and I ordered every book I could find out on dog food. Okay, good. Myself, what wanted to tell me preserve found anything. Okay, very good. Okay, stop dog companies dead in their tracks. Don't let commercial dog forget it. Okay. Okay, I wish I knew then what to know now. You better believe it. I do not to the noble. You'll be happy to know that my dog, look, he's over 15 years old and he's still jumping around the pub. If you are looking at your dog wondering what you can do, you'll be thrilled. Okay, very good. Okay, the secrets. Stop feeding your dog commercial diet food now in order for your dog to think. Okay. 2, immediately get your hands on the most reputable survival guide. Okay. I made it to get up to. Okay, I would number something if you just have 2 items. Okay, at least 3, but if you have 2, numbering indicates that you have a number of items and it's easier for organization from an organizational point of view. But I wouldn't really number 2. 2 things. That's not enough for a list, really. Minor point, but important still. Okay, dog food secrets was created to give dog owners just like you, and dog food secrets explain everything you need to know about what your dog needs. The guide will make you an expert. Health. Okay, in dog food secrets you'll discover to become your dog emergency team, becoming your emergency response team, spot fatalities. Okay, make your dog safe around kids, uncover the secrets. Sports. Good. Be able to quickly administer the 2-step process, prevent heart wounds and fatal most dog owners. Okay, discover all the tools that you need to assemble your own life-saving dog. Okay, 35 scrumptious favorite dog recipes to keep your dog healthy and okay. These recipes are dog chow and thing and pizza. Okay, a list of safe treats and dog foods you can give your pet on the best nights and thing. You're going to have some days when you just don't feel like fixing anything on yourself, like about your dog pets. Okay, and much more. With dog food secrets, you'll never have to worry about poisonous your dog, and you know exactly what's their food because you made it. Your dog's new gift of life is just a few moments away. Okay, dog food secrets is the only comprehensive guide. Okay, it depends on your dog life if you're ready. Okay, and here again is about being specific. This is very good. 8.3 years. Okay, that lends some credibility rather than just saying 8 years. Very good. Okay, if you are contractions, I'm sure that dog food cereal will drastically improve your dog life. I'll give you up to 8 weeks, okay, if you're not satisfied. If your best friend is important to you, as Noble was to me, you'll jump at this opportunity to make a huge difference. You have nothing to lose except find ways of conditional love and companionship. Companionship, being happy, having someone faithful inside, a cheerful friend, the alarm clock. Okay, for what dog food cereals can do for you, you can put a price on it, but if you were to give you the real price dog food, I would have to say that the amount of information received in this guide and natural saying there to food and so forth, stopping your dog painful death. Okay, you give a summary before you give a summary of the offer before the price presentation. Good. Remember, my mission is to stop other dog owners from going through the same trauma I went through the dog. No, that's why you don't have the funds. I can't charge for the secret of your dog food. I could only give the guide for another, but I want all of the dog owners in the dog park say I'm crazy for charging so little of the research I did and the secrets I revealed in dog food. The regular price for dog food secrets is $57, but since I want to make the book available many people as possible, okay. 27, that's a fraction of a visit to the vet and that. Okay, very good. Make a price comparison. Very good price comparison. Okay, to save your dog from a lifetime of disease and sickness, you want to take advantage of this special offer before the price goes up. Okay, simply click on the. Okay, when you get the download, you'll want to read all the information included, the guide right away. The faster you. Okay, very good. You're anticipating a positive response. Good. Here's to you and your best friend. Okay. You get a second bonus guide free for 23 healthy. Okay, get a bonus. Okay, good. And it's related. Okay, need a snack before dinner time or waiting for your food or stuff. Whenever you want to show your dog you love them. Each batch of these tasty treats will last over a week. longer. I used to sell this guide as a separate package for 23, but now I'm going to give it right away. Okay, very good. I think that overall the letter is well written. I would try the angle that I indicated to you, and that's the angle of the secret these big guys have, and they're trying to keep from you, because it's an angle that has proven to work very very well. That these companies are keeping these secrets and they don't want you to know about them. I guess later on, along with the testimonials, that you'll also add pictures of dogs as well too, because you're dealing with animal lovers, so that would help with the the aesthetics and the emotional pull of the website. You'll also want to have a picture of one of the clients with a dog, so you'll have a picture of the owner here, along with the dog that he's speaking about. Okay, so some other enhancement is you want to get as much information as possible, much facts as possible about these chemicals, and try to find like credible news sources that you can use, because if you're going up against the big guys to say that these are what the companies are, you need really solid information. You cannot just go by hearsay. So you need to try to get as much credible information as well to build enough proof. Okay, because you're asking people to actually change a habit. People buy a certain product for their animals. It's most likely that they have been buying that same product for years. So to get them away from that, it means therefore that you have to really give credible proof. But overall, a very good letter.